Hey everyone, Ben back from Living Survival, and today we're going to take a look at a no monthly fee, that's right, no monthly fee surveillance system from Lorex. So a few years back I installed a 4K color night vision surveillance system from Lorex. It worked really well. I've really liked it with the remote monitoring app. I always know what's going on around my house. I get notifications on my phone, but I wanted to add a few capabilities to it. My older system was an IP system, meaning it was a wired system that went back to a video recorder in my home. No monthly fees, which is awesome. You can totally monitor your own system just like you can all the new surveillance system like the Ring doorbells and other cameras that you can get, but typically those have a monthly fee. So the systems from Lorex have absolutely no monthly fee. You buy the equipment up front, you monitor it yourself with an in-home video recorder, and there's no monthly fees. So I wanted to add a video doorbell, and I also wanted to add a video floodlight. Now in order to do that, I had to upgrade my base system. My old system would only work with the wired cameras. So in order to add wireless components to it, I upgraded to one of their fusion systems. Now their fusion systems are capable with wired cameras powered over Ethernet. So basically you have just a single Ethernet cable running to the cameras. It powers them up and gives you options like audio and zoom if the cameras are capable. So I reached out to Lorex and they sent me one of their new fusion systems. So now I have 4 cameras that are wired, or IP cameras powered over Ethernet on the 4 corners of my home, and I now have the capability to add wireless components such as wireless cameras, motion sensors. I replaced a standard floodlight with a wireless floodlight, and I also got the video doorbell. So Lorex makes all different systems. They have all different packages. The cameras that I have are 4K color night vision. The floodlight is a 1080p floodlight. I believe the doorbell is also 1080p, but you're going to get high quality with a lot of features like motion sensing. They can even sense whether it's a person, whether it's a vehicle. You can put object detection on there, so if an object appears, a package or something, it will let you know. If an object disappears, it will let you know. You can set zones. You have not only the capability of a Ring doorbell, but you have a lot of other capabilities as well, like the capability to monitor via audio. You can also two-way talk through the cameras, which is really nice. You can have preset recordings like, hey, get out of my yard.
Hey, get out of my yard.
And you can have notifications sent to your phone with the Lorex Home app. So we're going to take a look at some of the hardware that I have installed, and then I'm going to show you the Home app and walk you through some of the things that you can do with the Lorex Fusion system. So on all 4 corners of the house, I have these IP cameras, which are wired with an Ethernet cable. They have the capability of giving you 4K picture quality with color night vision. These ones also have the two-way talk, so I can not only listen, but I can also talk through them. They have a motion light that turns on, which is really handy to deter people, and also a siren that you can set off on any of the 4 cameras. As I mentioned, I also replaced an old floodlight with a motion sensing floodlight that also has the two-way talk capability, the siren capability, and the ability to turn the lights on or off remotely using the Lorex Home app. It's really nice for my driveway. It's very broad. You can set the motion settings, you can set the sensitivity. So it's really nice, and if you have an existing floodlight, it wires in just like that floodlight, and then it transmits the signal wirelessly, which is something that you can now do with the Fusion video recorder. You can not only have the IP cameras, but you can have wireless cameras as well. Now I also have the wireless video doorbell that I haven't installed yet. This does require standard doorbell wires ran to the door or wherever you want to put this. I don't currently have a doorbell, so I am going to have to wire that up. I look forward to getting this hooked up to the system, but it's very easy just to pair, just like you do all the cameras and the wireless floodlight. So this will work just like any of the other cameras. I'll be able to hook this into the Home app and use it just not only as a doorbell, but also as a camera with two-way talk and all the other features that their Fusion system offers. So here is the video recorder. I replaced my old video recorder with this new Fusion recorder. It's got 8 channels to it. Again, they have different packages. They have all different types of systems, whether you want to do a simple system or you want to wire up a whole commercial business. They've got the products to do so. So I have my 4 cameras wired into the back here. I could add 4 more cameras, and then this also gives me the capability to do wireless. Now on the back side of the unit here, you have all your different channels here. You have a Ethernet cable that goes over to your router that gives you the capability to remotely view any of your cameras through your cell phone. Also has an HDMI out that you can plug it into a TV. That's real helpful when initially setting up the unit, and they give you a mouse to be able to configure that as well. So you hook this up to a monitor and you can easily get started. It also has a panic button on the front here, so if I were to push this, all the lights on the cameras would go off, all the sirens would illuminate. So it's a quick deterrence system. Now it is on the base unit. In the Lorex Home app, as I'll show you in a moment, you can set those alarms off as well. So there's many different things that you can do. Now I don't have this mounted yet. It's kind of just sitting here. I plan on putting some 2-way Velcro on here and just hooking it up to my my board here where I have my modem and my router. It's a good place for it. And that stores all your video. You can pull that off using the menu, but you can do a lot of the capabilities with the Lorex Home app itself. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so here we have the Lorex Home app, which allows you to not only configure your devices, but also monitor them when you are not around. So you can see I have all my different devices listed here. There's several different ways that you can organize them. You can organize them by just a screenshot that collects the different cameras. The one on the bottom here is my floodlight camera, or you can have them in a particular list. So we could go to my floodlight camera here, which is my driveway camera. You can see it's going to go ahead and load up my driveway camera, so I can not only view that, I can switch it from HD to SD. I can turn on my audio here, which will allow me to listen in on the particular camera. I can also put it into landscape mode here and have all the different options. In the thumbnail list here, I can put either a single camera and I can swipe between all those. You can see that you can name those as well, so it goes through all my different cameras here. I can put 4 on a screen, or if you had more cameras, you can configure it that way as well. You can go ahead and you can zoom in on the cameras just by kind of a pinch motion that you're used to on your phone here. You can see you have different options on the bottom, whether you want to do a snapshot. We can go ahead and take a snapshot of that. We can also go ahead and talk, so I can turn on the microphone here, and now that camera is going to hear whatever I'm saying out on the camera. We could go ahead and manually record particular video. Now keep in mind, this is always recording 24/7, so you can go back and look at your items here. You can click the siren, which is going to set off a siren tone on that particular camera. We can toggle the light on and off, and it also has preset responses here, so you can not only use some of the preset responses like nobody can come to the door right now.
Nobody can come to the door right now.
Or you can set up your own responses as well. Now if I go to the timeline feature here, it is going to have dates and everything that it's recorded. So you can see here, this would be, I believe, last night at probably midnight. You can see here that it is my backyard. You can see that it is in the 4K night vision here, so that's what it looks like at night. You can see that it is nice and clear, it's nice and bright, and also if the light were to illuminate, you would be able to see a lot more light. Now I do have a floodlight out there as well, so you can scroll all the way through your timeline and you can see if there's any events happening. They are highlighted for you in the timeline. So we can do that with any other camera. We can go ahead and click to our side yard here. Again, we have all the features on the bottom. We can click on the timeline here. So we can go ahead and scroll through this one to see if there is any events. On this one, you can see that there was a car that just passed by. We can rewind it just a little bit here. So we can see that there is a car passing by. So it not only triggers the events in your timeline or shows the events in your timeline, but it also will show you in your device history. So we can go back to the main screen here. We can click on the bottom where it says events. So this goes through all your different cameras, and you can see here that it says person detected, motion detected, vehicle detected. So we can click on here. This is my backyard camera. Go back to yesterday, and we have a couple people detected. So we could click on this one, and we can see what that is. You can see it's my daughters playing in the leaves outside. So you can manually take a snapshot of that, or you can manually record that, and it'll save it on your phone. Let's say you wanted to get some footage and just give it to a police officer, for example. You could do that. You can also click on all, and it's going to give you different times of the day. It's going to give you the different things that you might want to look for. It even has mass detection. So we could click on person, click OK, and let's see, let's go back up to Friday here, which was yesterday. Here's a person detected. And it's very fast. It plays it back very fast. Here you can see me and my daughters out playing in the leaves. So let's go to another camera here. Let's go to my front yard camera. And you can see that there's a bunch of vehicles detected. So I can click on one of these, and you can see that there you go. You see a car driving by. Now this tree is kind of in the way there, but again, you could zoom in, and I could rewind that, and you can see there that there is a particular car. So if I wanted to pause it maybe on that car, you know, we could pause it. Let's see if we can pick up a different vehicle here. Let's click on this one. There's a different vehicle. So pretty cool. So you have your devices. You can select them individually. You can select them by thumbnail. You can filter them by just the cameras that you have. Again, I can go back to like my driveway here. That's my real-time driveway. We could go back to the settings down at the bottom. So you can set home and away settings. You can see the different devices that you have. You can see I have all my different cameras added there. When I add the doorbell, that'll be added on. Manual recordings and snapshots. So if you take any manual recordings or snapshots, you can see that's the snapshot that I took earlier. Manual recordings. You can see here that at some point I did a manual recording. Not sure why. Let's see, this was back on 8/26. I think there was a deer. Yep, see there's a deer right here. So you can manually record as well, which is cool. There's a deer sniffing my garden there. You can also hook it up to Alexa or Google Assistant, which is cool. You can set notifications. So it will notify you on your phone depending on the alerts that you have set. And you can do different tones for that. You can go into your different account settings. You can snooze your alerts if you wanted to. I have all my alerts turned off just because they're always going off. But if anything were to happen, it's still going to record 24/7, so I can always go back and I can always look at that. No problem. Also, within each camera, you can click the little dots here. You can give it a different name if you wanted to, a different photo. You can set up your different notifications. You can have it send you thumbnails, which is really cool. You can set your motion detecting settings. So we can go in here and you can tell it whether you want motion detection, person detection, vehicle detection, face detection, missing object detection. So you could have a box on your doorway, for example, and you could select it and then it'll let you know when it's gone. So that's handy maybe if you're sending something out. You can set your sensitivity. I believe it's 1 through 5. And you can also set motion zones. So you can select zones. You can see here that I have the whole zone selected here, but you could erase the zones, or you could erase some of the zones if there was a certain area in your yard you didn't want it to detect. You could do that as well. You can clear the whole thing, and then I can go ahead and take my erase feature off, and I can go ahead and select the whole thing again and save it. So super fast, super easy. So we can go to my floodlight camera here. Same thing. We can go into the settings, motion detection, motion zones, and sensitivity. You can select floodlight settings because this is the floodlight. So you can have different settings depending on the camera and its capabilities. But overall, just a super easy and quick app to not only be able to see everything in real time, but to get those notifications and to be able to go back and play back. And of course, on the main unit in the house hooked up to a monitor, for example, you can export video. You can do everything that you could on any other professional type surveillance system. So it's really nice that you get all this capability in a no monthly fee package, and I really enjoy it. I think it's really fast, it's really easy, and really nothing goes unnoticed around my property, which is exactly what I wanted to have set up. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video today, and give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you have a Ring doorbell? Do you pay a monthly fee? Would you like something that has no monthly fee and you can do all your own monitoring yourself? Let me know in that comment section below. Also, there will be a link to Lorex. You guys can check out all the different packages they have. They have them in all different price ranges, whether you just want a simple component like a video doorbell or you want a complete surveillance system for your home or business. As always, feel free to share this video to any friends or family on your social media, and if you would please take a moment to do so, whether you're on that phone, that tablet, that computer, or that TV, find that red subscribe button and go ahead and click it. It really, really helps out the channel when you guys interact. Leave comments, hit that like button, share, and also hit that subscribe button. And I'll be back soon with more.